Hi, my name is Rayleigh Perkle. For this week's discussion post, when I think about Adam and his speech at Arthur's birthday party, I don't see someone who's arrogant. I honestly see someone who's deeply committed to honesty, maybe even a little too stubbornly committed. Adam strikes me as the kind of person who values truth more than approval, and he does not flatter people. I like that he doesn't soften his words just to make people comfortable, and that is exactly why the reactions are split. You can see the women think he should have shown more gratitude, and then the men see his straightforwardness as strength. To me, personally, Adam speaks humbly. His quiet humility is not the humility of lowering himself. It's the humility to refuse of pretending. In the first half of the novel, we can see in the way he consistently refuses to compromise his standards. There's a passage that really stood out to me where he insists that work must be done properly even if no one is watching. I feel like this shows his character very strongly, and I think this is something that a lot of people need to work on in general, just as an outside world thing. Another moment is when he speaks about his father's reputation and how a man must be solid, as he says. That reveals how serious he takes the integrity. There's one more part that really speaks out to me, and it is that work is a calling, not just a way to gain praise. This shapes how he speaks at the party. He is not performing. He is being consistent with who he is, which I feel like is very noble of him in a way. So when he stands up at Arthur's birthday party, he isn't trying to impress anyone. He is simply speaking from that same framework of integrity. I don't hear the arrogance. I hear a man who knows what he believes and refuses to dress it up for power. He may lack the social softness of rewording, but he doesn't lack the sincerity. When I turn the question on to myself on what kind of person I am, it's harder. Honestly, I'd like to say that I'm very similar to him. I always try and practice what I preach, and I always try and integrate that into my life. I want to be someone who is careful and who means something. I want to have meaning behind my words and behind my actions, and I am a firm believer personally that what you do behind closed doors should reflect who you are in front of people as well. I don't feel a need to put a facade on for people, which I do see very commonly. Like a really good example is random, is say like your team captain gets elected for your sport and they say they believe in X, Y, and Z, and then you see as they progress through their captainship, hypothetical, or you could any sort of leadership role, that they don't even say or speak or do what they preach upon. And I feel like that speaks volumes on the person and who they really are, because at the end of the day, kind of how Adam said actions speak louder than words, I am a firm believer in that as well. I feel like how you act and how you present yourself speaks louder than anything you could say. But yeah, that's it for my discussion post. Anyway, thank you.